Bro, it's so nice walking outside when you're having a busy mind because it's such a instant positive effect. I guess it's true when they say if you want to take your mind off something, you should go work out. I don't know, it's something very refreshing about just taking a walk outside. You stop worrying about certain things. I'm gonna go to my favorite spot now and talk about something. That's a better view. So I wanted to talk about post-date anxiety. It's crazy, bro. You overthink about everything, like the things you said, the reactions. Yeah, you analyze everything. Anyways, I went on a date last night, and it's been like almost exactly half a year, bro, since I went on a date. It's crazy, bro. The ratio isn't good. Isn't looking good, guys. But then again, it's I don't know, man. I don't often like ask someone out on a date unless I can really feel like a good vibe from them. Um, but yeah, I should probably ask more people out. But man, going on dates, it's so tiring, bro. You try to be yourself, right? But there's also a part of you that trying to make a good impression, and you know, like no matter how hard you try, you can't always be 100% be yourself. That's unrealistic. Like that's never gonna happen. Um, yeah, you're gonna perform a little bit, no matter, yeah, no no doubt about it. You are going to perform, and that's okay. We all, it's just how our body works. I mean, it's all it's how our brain works, bro. Besides, first dates, bro, it's like you're just there to have fun. And if you have a fun, if you have a good time together and laugh, have a good few conversations, it's a success, I say. And bro, I did a few cringe things, okay? And if the person if the person is really interested in you, like that's not gonna matter, bro. It's probably not worse as you think it is. You're always gonna think in the worst way possible, but usually it's not that bad. Oh my god, there's a bird. What is he doing there? Bro, he's chilling. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna take a walk. I feel like when I'm walking around, I have a better time. I have an easier time organizing my thoughts, so. Shit. Man, it's getting dark though. Just gonna walk around. So yeah, man, what was I what was I talking about? Where was I? Post anxiety, post date anxiety. For those of you who think too much about everything, I'm guessing you can relate to this. And especially for me, man, if I had to say, like, if I had to choose between me being awkward and me being confident, I do have to say I'm a bit awkward for the first time if we meet each other. And this entirely changes with different factors. Like if you're having a good conversation, like chatting around before we meet, then my anxiety is way lower. So, understandable. But even then, I feel like I'm a bit awkward. Many people do say they can't. Many or few people tell me that I come off as a confident person, and they wouldn't be able to tell that I'm a person with low self-esteem. So it's very different how you perceive yourself and how others perceive you. And most of the times you're a way more likable person than you think you are. So, yeah. Oh, my fucking arm hurts. I don't know where to walk around. Just go in a circle, somewhere around here. Just walk around. So, you know how many people say, like, and I guess this really changes from your culture, but many, at least for guy friends, your male friends, your circle, they'll tell you, man, you have to make a big move, bro. Like, you gotta at least maybe hold her hands, or maybe better yet, like, kiss her. And like, first of all, I don't have that confidence, okay? Why? Because that is a high risk, high reward, but high risk, okay? And I don't think I'm a risk taker, bro. And that's just the way I am. And if I'm really gonna date someone, I have to date someone who's okay that I take things slow, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, on a second date, I'm comfortable holding her hands, bro. Like, because if there's a second date, I will know that she's interested in me, right? First date, you don't know that. You're still trying to get to know each other better. And by fucking it up, you won't get that second date. And I think, I'm just doing what I feel comfortable. And that's the most important thing. You have to be comfortable. Whew. Man. Looks a bit depressing, dude. Yeah, you have to always be comfortable. Prioritize your comfort, your feelings, and try to have fun. Don't try to perform all the time. You will, at the end of the night, you will perform. Give or take. That's realistic. You will perform because you want to make a good impression. Everyone does that, but what's important is you try to have fun, and hopefully the other person has the same time with you. And this is so cool. I don't think it's abundant. pretty cool though. Yeah, I'm gonna walk back. But yeah, man. So I went back home. I texted her, I'm safe back home because after we said goodbye, I accidentally got on the wrong tram. I was like, oh shit, I think we were supposed to get on the same tram actually. But whatever, man. And she said, well, tell me when you get back home safe. And I did. And that was last night. Haven't heard back from her yet. Which is okay. I won't think nothing of it, man. Everyone has their life. And maybe she's still trying to lament about last night, organize her thoughts. Yeah. But yeah, I did my best, and that's what counts. I did my best, and I really had a fun time. It was really a great time, like sitting next to someone very beautiful, and actually having a good conversation. Like, I don't know, man. To me, it was fun, and I just really hope it was the same for her. And I also wanted to say, I went back home, and I was still getting sobered up. I mean, I was pretty much sober when I got home, but I was worried I'll forget like some details about last night, so I wrote down some of the things she said that made an impression. Like, and to tell you why I was doing this, I was focusing on a lot of negative stuff that I might have done. I didn't fuck up, right? Like, let me just tell you, I didn't fuck up anything. Maybe a few cringe moments, which is understandable on the first date. But I was focusing. Well, I was nitpicking a lot of my own actions, or how different I could have done. Like, what else I could have done to make like me more. Like, I was thinking, was I being too pushy? Was I being too little? Like, was I at a distance with her? That kind of stuff. And so yeah, I decided to write down only the good stuff, only the nice conversations I had, the things she told me about. Like, she told me something about her brother or sister. She bought a camera recently. And I guess the biggest thing that I'm really like stuck on, like my thoughts are really like stuck on this thing, is that we were having such a good conversation and alcohol was involved. So, fair enough. We were both tipsy, and by the end of the night, the alcohol worn off. We were pretty much sobered up, and yeah, she went home around 8. I wish we stuck together a bit more, but she seemed to be really cold. Like, she was like wearing her jacket and putting her hands in her pocket and like putting the hood on. Like, she seemed like really cold. So I was like, okay, and I'm just gonna let her go home. Like, I told her, like, did you have a good time? Like, and she said yeah, and I sent her off home, but by that time, like I said, we were sobered up, and I felt a bit of distance, which is okay, I guess. The alcohol was doing most of the heavy lifting, the alcohol. So it's understandable. I know logically that that's natural. Yeah, like things like that happen, you know. It sometimes happens, but I'm really stuck on that, I guess. Like, fuck, it's so dark here, bro. Like, in a perfect situation, I would have liked to, you know, say goodbyes and just in a really good vibe, you know. Just in a really good vibe. But we were both quiet by that time. And to be honest, I was a bit tired. And I think she was a bit tired as well. It's okay, man. Whatever, dude, you know. But it's okay to wander off, you know. Like, it's okay to overthink. Like, you can't, like, telling a person just don't overthink, it's pointless because that's the way they are. But what you can do is, even if you overthink about certain things, try not to judge them. It's okay to wander off. Let your thoughts come and go, but just don't judge them. And that's really helpful. And I thought to myself, am I going to be okay? Even if nothing happens after this? And the answer is yes, of course, I'm gonna be okay, bro. It's not the end of the world. But I'm torn between knowing that I'm okay, I'm gonna be okay, and the other part of me is like expecting things to happen. Like I'm anxious about the uncertainty because she hasn't, because it's not confirmed if we are going on a second date. Although I did ask her and she said yes, but at least a lot of Japanese women, they'll tell you, they say something and they tell you something they don't mean, and afterwards they will make an excuse, or worst case they'll ghost you. And it's okay, you know, it's a culture, or it's just the way people are here. They won't tell you in 100% honesty. I'm able to do that, and I won't judge someone because I'm not going to judge someone by, you know, them not being able to be that kind of person. It's okay. You can always work around that, you know. Whoa, it's getting really dark. I wish there was a way to light up the screen. Yeah, okay. But that's what I was lamenting about, you know. It's okay, bro. I had a good time. And these videos, I find it therapeutic. It's like speaking to the void, you know, just letting my thoughts go out there. It's helpful. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to some music and walk home. See you guys again. Bye bye.